personified is represented as being beside Jehovah in creative work as his master worker. P8. 12, 22-31. Compare Job 1. 1-3. When on earth as a man, God's wise Son, Jesus Christ, showed that he was a worker and that, though material creative works relating to the earth had concluded, Jehovah continued to work, for Jesus said, "My Father has kept working until now, and I keep working." Job 5. 17. To Jesus it was as nourishing, satisfying, and refreshing as food to do the work he was assigned by Jehovah. Job 4. 34. 5. 36. Christ's works were done in his Father's name. They were from the Father and showed he was in union with the Father. Job 10. 25, 32, 37, 38. 14. 10, 11. 15. 24. Act 2. 22. Jesus successfully finished his God-assigned work on earth. Job 17. 4. Jesus said, "He that exercises faith in me, that one also will do the works that I do. And he will do works greater than these, because I am going my way to the Father." Job 14. 12. Evidently, Christ did not mean that his followers would do works of a more miraculous kind than he did, for there is no biblical record that any of them performed a miracle surpassing that of Jesus in raising Lazarus, who had been dead for 4 days. Job 11. 38-44. But, since Jesus was going to the Father, and his followers would receive the Holy Spirit to be witnesses of him both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the most distant part of the earth. Act 1. 8. They would cover a greater area and work for a longer time than did Jesus, in this sense doing greater works than he did. Necessity of working. Jesus Christ said that the worker is worthy of his wages, thereby indicating that those who labored in connection with spiritual matters would not lack necessities of life. Luke 10. 7. However, as the Apostle Paul pointed out to the Thessalonians, the lazy person who refuses to work does not deserve to eat at the expense of others, but should learn to work with his hands to care for his needs. 1th 4. 11. 2th 3. 10, 12. Likewise, the stealer should steal no more but do hard work. F4. 28. Quality of the work of God's servants. When doing any work, the servant of Jehovah should remember his relationship with God, doing everything whole-souled as to Jehovah, and not to men. Call 3. 23. This calls for industriousness. PR 10. 4. 13. 4. 18. 9. Honesty, and O textoi acute miritra longo. World 1205 13. 14. God will also deal with each person according to that one's work. PS 62. 12. This and especially love for Jehovah God are good reasons for shunning improper works and doing works that are pleasing in his sight. 1 Job 5. 3. PS 34. 14. 97. 10. Am 5. 14, 15. To experience divine favor, Christians must avoid the works of the flesh, which include such things as fornication, loose conduct, idolatry, practice of spiritism, hatreds, fits of anger, and drunken bouts. Such practices would bar one from inheriting God's kingdom and are evidently included among the unfruitful works that belong to the darkness, works that result in no benefit. F5. 19-21. F5. 3-14. 1 PE4. 3. Compare Job 3. 20, 21. Proper works. Dependence upon Jehovah God is essential if one's works are to succeed. PS 127. 1. PR 16. 3. It is God who backs up and strengthens those who work at doing his will. 2 Co 4. 7. PHP 4. 13. Whereas the lives of humans abound with vain works. EC 2. 10, 11. Works relating to true worship are not in vain. Hebrew Christians were given the assurance: God is not unrighteous, so as to forget your work and the love you showed for his name, in that you have ministered to the holy ones and continue ministering. Hope 6. 10 Such work evidently included rendering material assistance or other kindnesses to those in need or to those experiencing suffering and persecution. Compare F4. 28. PHP 4. 14-19. 1T6. 17, 18. Chas 1. 27. Other fine works include sharing in making disciples Mount 28. 19, 20. 1 Co 3. 9-15 and, in the case of men, serving as an overseer in a Christian congregation and teaching fellow believers. 1Th 5. 12, 13. 1T3. 1. 5. 17. Faith and works. Works of the Mosaic Law, which included such things as sacrificial offerings, purifications, and circumcision, did not make a person righteous. Row 3. 20. 4. 1-10.